From time to time, we see headlines about celebrities who have passed and whose estates are now being disputed by their family members that are left behind. Hi everybody, my name is Michael Carlson. I'm a certified financial planner with Carlson Wealth Advisors, and today I want to talk to you about some estate planning mistakes that hopefully you will be able to avoid. We want to draw some lessons specifically from Tony Bennett. Illustrious career. Frank Sinatra once said, Tony Bennett has the best voice in the world. Pretty high praise coming from somebody who is rather exceptional himself. Tony Bennett made a lot of money over his lifetime. It's estimated that over the last 15 years or so, he made over $100 million. It's a lot of money. Now, when he died, his estate was estimated to be valued at around $7 million. Now, that's a lot of money, but compared to how much he was bringing in, it might not seem that way. As a matter of fact, 2 of Tony's daughters have filed suit against their brother, who is now the trustee of Tony's trust. They're alleging that something fishy is going on here. The estate should be worth more than that. They want a full accounting of all the assets, all the transactions, everything that's taken place to end up in this position where they are right now. Tony's son Danny, as I mentioned, is the trustee of Tony Bennett's trust. Not only was he co-trustee while Tony was alive, he was also Tony's manager. Over the last several years of Tony's life, his son Danny began to sell off memorabilia, Tony's name, Tony's likeness. He didn't just do that as his son or as trustee of the estate. He also did that through a company that he owns, which made pretty big commissions off of those sales. All this to say, there's quite a bit of conflict of interest here. For those who aren't aware, a conflict of interest exists when you are required to do something in someone else's benefit over here on one side, but certain actions could very easily benefit yourself if handled improperly. Conflict of interests rise all the time in all kinds of situations, but we want to reduce those as much as possible and also understand where they exist. So, what are some things that we can learn from this situation here? First thing is that of open communication. As someone who has an estate, whether that's $100 million, $7 million, $100,000, someone is likely to end up with some of your assets at your passing. All of your beneficiaries, probably all of your family, including those who you intentionally wish to disinherit, hopefully won't be surprised upon your passing. You want to take the time to communicate clearly with everyone involved what they can expect upon your passing. That action alone, which doesn't cost you anything, doesn't involve attorneys, financial advisors, accountants, any kind of professionals you need to pay, can help avoid a lot of heartache, a lot of problems, a lot of issues. The other thing I'll say in regard to this particular situation is it can often be worth it to hire third parties to manage these kind of things. You can name certain entities to be trustees and co-trustees on trust accounts. Using those services, while there is a cost to it, can potentially save, again, a lot of heartache and a lot of fees after your passing. If there is some kind of dispute over a trust, each beneficiary probably is going to have to get their own legal counsel. That's a lot of expenses for all your beneficiaries. Plus, if you've got one of those trustees, or one of those beneficiaries rather, that's also a trustee, they're probably going to need 2 sets of legal counsel. One as the trustee and one as a beneficiary. Hiring that third party to help you out, to help manage all of these things, is not only going to be efficient, because they do this all the time and they know what they're doing, but also, again, can help save you from a world of hurt and save your family from a world of hurt and possibly fracturing any relationships going forward into the future. Whether you've got a huge estate, whether you've got a smaller estate, these two principles and ideas are really important and are things to consider as you're looking at your own estate planning. If you've got questions about this stuff, feel free to reach out to us. Love to have a chat with you, and have a great day.